Shut not your doors to me, proud libraries, by Walt Whitman, 1819 to 1892. Shut not your doors to me, proud libraries, for that which was lacking among you, yet needed most, I bring. A book I have made for your dear sake, O soldiers, and for you, O soul of man, and you, love of comrades. The words of my book, nothing. The life of it, everything. A book separate, not linked with the rest, nor felt by the intellect. But you will feel every word, O Libertad, armed Libertad. It shall pass by the intellect to swim the sea, the air, with joy with you, O soul of man. Okay, this is a poem by Walt Whitman. Walt Whitman was an American. He grew up in Brooklyn in New York, and he went to school until he was aged 11, and then he worked as a journalist in various other things. Now, what is this poem about? Well, the title, Shut Not Your Doors to Me, Proud Libraries. Now, I get the feeling that in some ways Whitman was a rather humble man. He wasn't one of these from high society and things like that. He was an ordinary working person. Although he made his money from poetry and other work. This poem was written after the American Civil War, and I think the poem is saying to the libraries that they shouldn't shut themselves to poetry. They shouldn't keep away works that are full of life. They shouldn't that they don't have works that are dedicated to the soldiers who fell in the Civil War. And I think he's saying that they should not shutter themselves away. They should embrace all advancement of human knowledge, and they shouldn't just look inwards. Now, this poem was in a series of poems called Drum Taps, which was written after the American Civil War. And this poem is saying that this book, Drum Taps, this book of poems, is important because it focuses on the American Civil War. This book is to the soldiers who fell. Book is to life and liberty, is to freedom. So shut not your doors to me, proud libraries. So libraries, don't be too proud to have work like mine. For that which was lacking among you all, yet most needed, I bring. So he's saying that he thinks that this book of poetry, these poems, are what libraries most need. A book I have made for your dear sake, O soldiers, and for you, O soul of man, and you, love of comrades. So this book of poems is made for the soldiers who fell, for the soldiers who are alive, for the soul of man. So it's for freedom, for the loyalty, for the love of comrades. So this is for the soul of man, And I think this is where he's referring to his transcendental feelings, because Walt Whitman was a transcendentalist. The words of my book, nothing. The life of it, everything. So this is quite typical of Whitman. He's saying the words themselves, that they're nothing, they're not relevant, but the life of it, the spirit, the feeling inside it is everything. And the libraries need books of feeling about the war, about the people who died, about freedom. A book separate, not linked with the rest, nor felt by the intellect. So this book is different. It's not linked to all the other books of poetry. This is not something that you understand. This is something that you feel. This is a book with the emotions. It describes the emotions of after the war, the emotions of man. And for Walt Whitman, the emotions, the feeling, the spirit is the most important thing. You will feel every word, O Libertad, armed Libertad. So this Libertad is freedom, is liberty. And I think maybe he's personifying liberty, and he's saying liberty and freedom will feel every word in this book of poetry. So this book of poetry is not to understand with your mind. This is to feel. This is something that freedom will feel. It is full of the emotions of the spirit of freedom. It shall pass by the intellect to swim the sea, the air, with joy, with you, O soul of man. So this is not something for the intellect. This is not something to be understood and thought about and worked out. This is to be free in the air. This is to be part of the joy of the soul of man. The freedom is the happiness of the soul being free, the soul being free to roam wherever it wants. And this is emphasizing how important freedom is and the feeling of freedom. And he's saying that these poems, the poems in these books, they carry the spirit of the age. This is the idea of transcendentalism. He's saying that the book is imbued with the spirit of liberty. It's imbued with the spirit of the soldiers after the war. It's imbued with the emotions and feelings, and that the libraries must accept it, because although libraries normally they want intellectual books, things you can understand and think about, the libraries shouldn't shut themselves off to this, because this is full of the emotion, the feeling after the war, the feeling of freedom. It's a celebration of feeling, of the beauty of feeling, as opposed to logic. So enough. If you enjoyed the video, give it a rating, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you soon. Bye for now. Shut not your doors to me, proud libraries. By Walt Whitman.